Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm Sanat from Satvik Soul Foundation, and today we have a special guest with us for today's live session. Today's live session is going to be about mangrove preservation and a few facts and figures around that. So we have a very special guest with us for today's conversation, Mr. Ajay Kumar Jena. Hello, Mr. Ajay. Uh, so
Good
giving
evening,
us
Sanat.
giving a small introduction about Mr. Ajay. So Mr. Ajay has recently completed his MSc in marine biology from Berhampur University. He was a former intern at CSIR National Institute of Oceanography in Goa. He has published many papers, and today we'll be discussing with him about mangrove distribution, its protection, its importance. So I guess without further ado and taking much of time, Ajay, let's start with the topic. Give our viewers a few introduction as to. I would like to, me and the viewers would like to understand it from a layman's perspective that how mangroves are important. To a layman who doesn't understand preservation or what mangroves are. So let's start from the basics there.
Thank you, Sanat, for this amazing introduction. Uh, Today, our topic is on mangroves. Okay, let me scroll. Okay, okay. Before we go to the mangroves, we have to know about what is mangrove, why we are studying about mangroves, and why this meeting is for the why the session is organized, and what is the benefits that we get from the mangrove topic. So we have to know what is mangrove first. A mangrove is the only land plant. Land plant means that which grows on land. Well, we found it in the shoreline. So there is a confusion that is it a land plant or a oceanic plant? Okay, there is a confusion. So I have to clarify that and only the flowering land plant which is adapted to the marine condition means it have the adaptation skill that it will survive in the shoreline. As we all know, uh, there is the salinity difference in ocean. If we come to land, there is no salinity, and if we come to ocean, there is salinity. Uh, for which survivability of one plant is very difficult there. So as I mentioned here, mangrove are the tree and the shore. Yeah, we found mangrove in both forms, that tree and the shore, and also found in only two regions, that is tropical and subtropical. Tropical means if we let's assume a globe, and there is a 0 degree line, which is called equator, and uh, in the both side of equator is called tropic, and that is called the climate of that region is called tropical, and subtropicals mean higher to the tropic is called subtropic region. So it is only found in the tropic and subtropic. And another is, as I mentioned before, it is the only terrestrial plant. Terrestrial means that grows in earth, means the soil, and which can tolerate very high range of salinity. Means if you have to grow to near to the shoreline, you most have that adaptation that you can tolerate the salinity. So mangrove is the only terrestrial plant that can tolerate very high range of salinity. And another thing is it is only found in muddy and sandy shores, not in rocky. There is three type of beaches found in all over the world. That is muddy, sandy, and rocky. So it is found only in muddy and sandy shore, and also that is in sheltered beaches. Near Dhamara, there is a island ahead of the shoreline of Dhamara. That is called uh, that due to that island, the tidal the tidal don't affect the shoreline that much. So it is like sheltered, means it is a very it is found in that region. And in the next slide, there is a picture that shows that there are some needle-like aerosion in the soil from the soil, and these are the respiratory root, and which means why it have the salt adaptation. I told about that it can tolerate the high amount of high range of salinity, and so we have to know how it can survive in that high salinity condition. So that's all about the nematophores that found. If you go to the mangrove forest, you found the substructures in which are come from the that come from the soil, and these help. These are called breathing roots. Means breathing. These roots are help in the breathing. So these are called nematophores, and these are made up of spongy tissues. Which can filter the waters, and also during the high tide when the water is covered at that area, the plant can respirate through these roots. Okay, as I said, yeah, it is only the mangroves are only found in tropics and subtropics. Okay, here is the 0 degree. So this is the equator line, and if we come, this is these area, the tropical area, and these are subtropics. As India is on the subtropic line, we also have a very high amount of mangroves found in India.
Uh,
Okay.
Ajay, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
So let's try to catch up whatever we have discussed till now. Okay. So as I said that let's take it from a layman's perspective. Hello.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
a layman's
Tell me.
perspective. So just to sum it up, what we've discussed till now is that basically mangroves are special kind of forests that we find in tropical and subtropical regions, as you mentioned. So just
Yeah.
correct me if I'm right or wrong. So it's mostly South America, parts of Africa, and Indian subcontinent, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And these are special because they only grow in saline water, and they have special roots, and a lot of these mangrove forests are found in India. Like, did I follow the tell here correctly?
Okay. Now, I also want to add one point there. Okay.
Okay.
Mangroves can survive in that low temperature. Okay. For that,
Okay.
they chose the tropics and subtropics. Okay.
Right.
If
Right.
you
Right.
go to the polar region or temperate region, you
Makes
can't
sense.
find that.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go ahead
Then,
on the discussion.
okay. This is the geographical distribution of mangroves. Uh, uh, if we come to Asia, it covers 40% of the world mangroves. Just imagine the percentage of mangrove in Asia. And in India, we have only 3% of world. And this is also very huge amount because India is not that much big country, but and we have 4,000 something coastline. So in that coastline, we have 3% of all mangrove, and that is also a huge number here. And you can see here, if we come the in the east coast, it starts from that Sundarban mangrove, and then we have some patches in Baleshwar next to Vitarkanika, and also that in Mahanadi estuary and the Devi estuary. And now the CDA, Chilika Development Authority, also planted some mangroves in Chilika. That is about 6 species there. So here is the diagram that you can easily get about that what amount of the distribution of mangroves in India and which state is the highest. That is West Bengal due to presence of Sundarban. And here after that Gujarat, sorry, after that Andaman and Nicobar and Gujarat, and Karnataka, Odisha is the sixth number. So we have also uh, a high number of mangrove forest present in Odisha. After the types of mangroves, what are the types? First one is the red mangroves, second one the black mangroves, third is the white mangroves, and fourth is the buttonwood. And these three are the true mangroves. Means these are called true mangroves. Means they are found in the high saline region, and the buttonwood is next to that. So and that is called the that is not the true and that is the associate mangrove. Here is the donation of mangroves. You can see here the red mangroves is near to the shore, and it is the only it is the mangrove which have the capability to adjust in मतलब in high tide action. And next that is black mangroves, which is next to the red mangrove. After that you find white mangroves, and at the last, that is also you can say that that is in territorial region, that is buttonwood. Next, as I said, that is found along the shoreline. Means if you go to the shoreline, the first mangrove you seen that that is the red mangroves. And as I said, the condition is very hard to survive there because due to the high wave action and also high salinity is there. So that is the area where one tree is very hard to survive there. And it only survived there due to its root system, that is pole pool. If you find that is the pole pool is helping the stability as well as the respiration of the tree. Example, that is Rhizopora. This is the genus Rhizopora. And next is the black mango. Uh, as you see here, the bark is color. The bark color is black. Bark means the outer tissue of the stem. That is called bark. If you go to a mango forest and see that the bark color is black, then you can get it that is the black mango. Grow in intertidal region means from low tide to high tide, and the red mangroves is found near to the low tide region. And it have the special feature that in nematodes, which help in the respiration. And the species is called the majorly found the Avicennia species. Next is the white mangrove. Generally, it found above the high tide line and near to the high tide line. That is the black mangroves, and it is found near to the high tide or above the high tide line. And the color of the bark, as I said before, the bark is the outer tissue of stem means the stem color is look like pale. Pale means the pale white. As I said, pale white. Fall fruit or nematophore is not present in the white mangroves. You can easily see here there is no fall fruits or nematophores, and that is Lagoncularia. And this is the butternut mangrove. You see here the flower after its flower, that is butternut mangrove. And butternut mangroves are perfectly adapted to the growing along the flood coastline. As I said before, that is high tide line and the flood coastline. Means when flood happened in 2000 in shore coast area, the higher level of water, the level where during the flood time, the water reaches the higher the place where the water reaches at the flood time. At that area, you found this buttermilk. Um, as I said before, that is not the true mangroves. It is called associate mangroves. Means it grows in the association of mangroves. It is named after the bottom-like flower present on it. Conocarpus is the genus of this mangrove. And now the question arises why mangrove is important for us. Why we are studying about mangroves and how mangroves help us. I divide it into two types, that is ecological and economical. First, if we come to ecological, what eco, ecosystem service it provide to us or also the other animals or the what ecosystem service it provides. Mangrove is the breeding and nursery ground of many organisms, especially to the if we come to coastal environment, coastal ecosystem, it is one of the major breeding and nursery ground. You can easily find gastropods here. You can easily find small crabs, also crabs. Also, fishes are breeding here, and also you can find some highly endangered species like manta here, and also in Vittorconica you can find that scadulan species that is crocodile, the saltwater crocodile here, and it gives. Okay, next is the removal of heavy metals. Okay, mangroves are found, as I said here, that mangroves are found in Mahanadi estuary, Devi estuary, also the Ganga estuary in Sundarban. So, if when there is a river runoff, it takes so much nutrients as well as the heavy metals. So, mangrove is the plant which help in the filtration, also a removal of the heavy metals from the water and also sediments. So how it removes? It have the filtration system, that is its nematophores by which it resides. Also the pulp roots, which is spongy-like structure, which can filter out the heavy metals from the water. And now the next point is carbon sequestration, which is very hot topic now. Carbon sequestration means uh, before we go to carbon sequestration, I also add one point. Now everyone talking about global warming, and the gas which plays a major role in global warming is CO2, carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide. You can say that. So carbon sequestration means utilization storage of carbon. That one means the mangroves. utilize the carbon from the atmosphere and store it inside it. Uh, there is a methodology used to detect the age of uh, detect the age of tree or many fuels or that is fossils, that is carbon dating. How they get? By carbon sequestration, used to plant used to deposit carbons in it. So mangrove is one of the major uh, one of the major plant that do the carbon sequestration. So I also studied in one article, one mangrove forest uh, can deposit that much carbon, which you can drive a car 4 times or 5 times across China. So that is a huge amount. Then one of the major point that is reduction of coastal erosion due to their pole fruit or uh, uh, that is that protect the coastal area from the erosion. And next is it is the base of coastal food chain. As here you found by mangroves, and when the mangrove leaf falls from its tree, it turns into leaf litters. That is also called marine debris. And also the crabs are eat the marine litters directly. After the degradation, that is the leaf litter turns into marine debris. And here is a fourth chain where the crab, the sunlight taken by mangrove, and after the mangrove leaf fall into the water, that is turns into leaf litter, and leaf litter consumed by both fish and crab. Also, fish they intake crab as his food, as their food, and fish is eaten by seabirds. Also, the crabs are also eaten by the seabirds that are here to oyster. And here also you can find that the mangrove, that is the what is the importance of mangrove, how it give the ecosystem service to the coastal area. Next, it acts as a buffer between land and ocean. What it means? Uh, Next to the buttonwood mangrove, there is the land ecosystem, and below the red mangroves, there is coastal ecosystem. As I just imagine, there you have a thermoflax where you can put some water, that hot water, which have some insulation capacity, which cannot. There is two different. If we go to the inner side of the thermoflax and outer side, the temperature is different. Like that, there is two different ecosystem in the both side of the mangrove forest. So it acts as a buffer, and also it filtered the uh, land debris that come by the river runoff. Next, we come to economical, that is the fishery production. If we go to the coastal area, you can easily figure out there are many aquaculture industries which are adjacent to the mangrove forest or inside the mangrove forest. Because mangrove gives a good environment to grow the organisms. And also mangrove used as a medicinal plant. It is also used for cosmetic purpose. take for your as a fuel or something. The tannin means that is a uh, staining. That is a stain. Stain means that is used as a color. That is generally used in the clothing industry and also used in boat building. Recreational and tourism is one of the major part in economy. There is many mangrove trails are found in all over the world where you can easily identify the mangrove birds and also the animals. And also there are many uh, resorts are found in the mangrove forest. This is the importance. Here you've found there is mangrove trails in between the mangrove forest that is used in tourism and recreational purpose. And this is the aquaculture industry that grows in between the mangrove forest. Here you can find the ecosystem ecosystem service that mangrove provides, and this is the key. And if you go for recreational purpose, you find such photos, and this is also this image reflects the birds or migratory birds. And overall, we can say mangrove is just like a immigration center for the foreign birds. And here is also one image that reflects the tourism purpose of mangrove forest. And now I come to threats. What are the impacts? How which reduce the mangroves impact and environment natural. So if I come to anthropogenic impact, first one is human beings. Couple of the shelter and shelter purpose. Humans are now mangroves for land for use it as a land. So human settlement is also one of the major problem that impact the degradation or reduction of mangroves. And second point is conversion of forest into aquaculture. As I said before, mangrove is a good site for the fishery production as it is a breeding and nursery ground for many organisms. It helps in the enhancement of aquaculture. So, conversion of mangrove forest into aquaculture is a major problem now. Everyone wants high amount of high amount of money for which they are going for aquaculture industry, which are near to the where majorly near to the coastal areas. So conversion of mangrove forest into aquaculture is one of the major problem. Then another one is industrial pollutant dumping. So as industries are using very harmful chemicals, also much heavy metals. Like every organism, there is a optimum level of tolerance found in every organism. So after that, which will harm the ecosystem or that organism by industrial pollutant dumping. What happened? The amount of that pollutant is very high in that area. So after the optimum level of tolerance, the mangroves are number of mangrove decreasing at that area due to they lose their tolerance capacity there. And another one, land waste pollutant. As I said before, these are mainly found in the estuary region. Near to the estuary means that the region where the river meets the ocean. So it takes a huge amount of land-based pollutants. That means the debris or the plastics. And also one thing I got that mangroves are also harmed by the microplastics. So this is the one of the major problem that found land-based pollutants. Another one is over exploitation. Exploitation means uh, using uh, more than that we need. So what happened in over exploitation? There is also deforestation, where we cut mangroves for our consumption or other purposes, or fuel, or any economical growth. So what happened due to over exploitation, the number of mangroves decreases day by day, where without any particular purpose, we just cut down the mangroves. And another one is coastal development, that is also tourism and recreational, which is as there is some rule that is PFZ, CRZ. So uh, coastal development in the development that happens in coastal areas, that also harm the mangroves, because if we develop a coastal area, we have to clear that area. So we have to cut down the plants. Majorly there are the plants. So we not only cut down the plants, we also harm the ecosystem. Uh, that by the cut down of mangroves, we also reduce our fishery enhancement. We lose the amount of fishes we get, and also harm the uh, ecosystem, such as the presence of the migratory birds or the foreign birds. And also another thing, as it is for the tourism and recreational purpose, we have to take one thing in our mind, that if we cut the mangroves, for which purpose we are developing that area will not be same after some time. Because if we cut the mangroves, that will gradually uh, decrease the amount of mangrove, or decrease the amount of forest that found in that area. So we have to keep that in our mind. And another one, artificial barriers. Now you can found there are many national highways and roads are runs in between the mangroves. So what happens? We made a barrier in between the mangrove forest, where mangrove meets that aquatic region. We make a barrier in between that. So the water which does not, which cannot pass through the barrier, also also find also make a cause for the reduction of mangrove of that area. Next is the threats which are done by uh, the impact of nature. The major impact is cyclone. When as it is saves us from cyclone, so it have to take the energy that cyclone give, that cyclone throws on it. So that is the one thing, that cyclone, typhoons, and high wave action means during tsunami, the roads are also covered by the port also covered by the water. So there is a problem in the breathing. So what happened if that stays for a long time, the gradually degradation of the mangrove forest takes place. When a cyclone hits, it destroys the mangrove forest. And another one is the overgrazing, that is the uh, by wildlife or the livestock. Livestock means that will uh, uh, that is the domestic animals or mangrove forest is used as a grazing ground. So overgrazing also harm mangroves and damage by the oyster on young saplings means when, when the mangrove saplings are germinated from the tree and falls to the ground during that time. If the oyster damage that saplings, new saplings cannot be grown there. So that is also one natural impact of nature on mangroves. And here is the question that how we can conserve that. Okay, there is a study come out that mangrove can re-establish in 30, 15 to 30 years. So 15 to 30 years, which is also good for us that we can uh, re-establish the mangrove forest. So these are the some points by which we can conserve it. First one is nursery establishment. We have to establish nurseries where we can take care of saplings, so that we can make the new mangrove forest. And also another one is plantation establishment and management. Means we have such teams that who can take care of the plantation and also the management of the mangroves also, which management means uh, from its sapling to the adult stage. We have to manage that saplings that we can get a good forest. And next one is community-based forest management. That is just like us in Satvic Social Foundation. We also do such things that our community also help in the afforestation of mangroves, that we can plant such saplings in that intertidal area where we can grow a new forest, or we can increase the size of the forest. And also another point is initiation of awareness programs. Now there is also one topic come out which is trend in the internet, that is uh, ocean literacy. That is the awareness program. If we give the ocean literacy to the people who lives near to the coastline, also who lives far from the coastline, both can play a major role in the reduction of pollutants in mangrove ecosystem. So there are some current news, that is Odisha mangrove forest rise by 8 kilometers. This is a good news. And also the Indian mangrove forest is increasing day by day. Also some initiative by UNDP, which also join hands to protect Odisha mangroves. And these are some news. And thank you. Thank you everyone for having me. Over to you, Sanak.
Mr. Ajay, for such an informative uh, conversation around mangroves and its protection. I believe it was not only about, you very beautifully explained that how mangroves play a role in both ecology and economy, as well as you highlighted
Thank,
how it supports a large extent of biodiversity and so many lives depend on it, and such an important role it plays in the balance that our environment has, and the balance that we are trying to maintain through all the efforts that we do at Sattvic Soul Foundation, which was a very lovely message. And apart from that, you really explained the nitty-gritties and scientific terminologies, etc., to a layman like me who might not have a lot of knowledge around this topic. So thank you so much for taking your valuable time and interacting with us and making us understand the importance of such an important topic with so much of ease. Thank you so much. I extend heartiest thank you to you on behalf of Satvik Soul Foundation. Before we wrap this up, would you like to give a closing note or something for our viewers?
thank you, Sanat. Uh, First of all, we have to think about that, as I said, ocean literacy is now in source initiatives we can reach to the audience. Also, as I told, we have to aware the coastal, the people who near lives near to the coast as well as who are far from the coast. Because for the pollution that we found in mangrove forest, not only the coastal peoples are we can blame only the coastal people for that. For that, both are equally blamed for that pollution that we found. So
So I believe it's a
we have
sum
to reach
total
it.
of everything everyone does that results in
Yeah,
this.
yeah. If we did something here, it is gradually by the river runoff from your drain to river runoff, all next to the estuary that reaches to the ocean. So we have to aware about that thing. If we throw some pollution pollutants to our drain, that ultimately reach to the ocean. And there is one thing that ocean never takes anything that will
Right.
return back to you. By that is, if we throw one plastic to ocean, that comes as a microplastic in our food chain. Okay, that
Well
is
said.
one
Well
thing.
said. Well said.
So we yeah. So we have to self our self
Ajay, I think there's some network issue at your end. Ajay, I think there's some network issue due to which Ajay is facing lag in what he said, but I guess what he meant to say was that everything that everyone does has an impact on the ecology as a whole. It's not only the people who live around mangroves or the coastal area who are responsible for global warming or rising ocean levels. It's everybody. and also when the ocean will give back what we've given it, the results will also be felt by everybody. Of course, the people who are living at the coast will feel it a bit harsher than what people in the plains will feel, but everybody will get a taste of what they've done. And that's a very beautiful message to end this conversation with. So, once again, I would like to thank everybody who joined in, listened to the whole conversation around today's amazing topic around mangroves. And thank you, Ajay, for coming and sparing some time for us. So, thank you, everyone. Have an amazing day ahead. Thank you.